Aren't you tired of saying, "This is my year, this is the year I'm going to do it," blah, 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 blah? Aren't you sick of that? Well, I want to tell you how to make 2026 your year. I'm just going to give you a few tips that have worked for me, that have worked for my clients. This is how I built businesses. This is how I successfully lost 40 pounds and didn't gain it back. This is what you need to do in order to achieve your goals and to make 2026 your year. Number one, you need to shut up. You need to stop telling everybody about what you're going to do. Number one, when you do that, you're really trying to pull from other people and see if they're going to support you in your goals, see if they're going to get on board with you. You're asking them for support. And the bottom line is the person that you need support from the most is you and your mind. Also, you guys have done this before, right? You've told people what you're going to do, and now you're embarrassed because you didn't achieve the goal. And so you have all this shame around actually trying for something. So the way that you get rid of that is simply don't tell people that you have a goal. Just do it. Now, of course, if you have a husband, tell your husband. But in terms of all these tertiary outside voices, you don't need all these people knowing what you're planning to do. Let the results speak for themselves. For themselves. So, number one, do not talk about it. Number two, stop grabbing more information. We live in the age of information, but in the age of lack of application. So what I've seen is that a lot of people will pull information from Instagram, from TikTok, but they won't implement it. They will not integrate it into their lives. And this is one of the reasons why they're not seeing results. They keep saying, "Oh, I just need one more piece of information. I need one more thing." And really you're looking for a shortcut. In terms of business, because you guys know I run a couple businesses. I'm sorry, but there is no substitute for hard work and time. With my business, it took me 5 years to get to the point where I don't even have to ask for clients. But it took me 5 years. And I grinded for years. Is that a word? Grinded? Ground? I don't like that term. Ground. Got it. I was grinding for years to make sure that my product was good, that my clients were happy, that they were seeing results. And now I don't really have to ask for clients. They just come to me. But I when I first started, I was pulling from this and buying that, thinking that it was going to give me some magic formula, and it's not. So what I needed to do was just implement what I already knew. I had bought a marketing course. I had purchased an Instagram course. I had purchased, a business course. I just needed to do what I knew how to do. When it comes to weight loss, a lot of people are like, "Well, I'm going to try this diet and that." No, I have about 7 or 10 videos that tell you exactly what you need to do to lose weight as long as you do it consistently for 30 days. So pulling from this person and that person, hoping that they're going to give you some magic pill is the fastest way to derail your progress because deep down inside, you're still hoping for a magic pill instead of going, "You know what? This is going to take time." So stop ravaging the internet for a bunch of sources and just go, "Okay, what do I already know? I already know. So let me implement what I already know and implement it for a long time and see what happens. See if I actually get some kind of traction with this." But if I don't sit there and try something for 30 days, then I haven't really given it a shot. I don't really know what works. And that's why you keep going, "Oh, I'll try again next year. It didn't work for me," because you just didn't implement and you didn't implement long enough. Number three, if you haven't prayed about it, I don't know what to tell you. Oftentimes, when we want to make 2026 our year, we actually need to change. Something in us needs to change. And the one who can do that for you is God. So if you have not prayed about it consistently for 30 days, then I don't really know what you're doing, in addition to the other two things that I just mentioned. Because only one person can give you what you're asking for. That change of heart, that change of habit, that release of whatever it is that you're holding on to, only one person can give that to you. And so if you haven't prayed about it, then that's probably why 2025 and 2024 and 2023 were not your year, because you weren't praying about it. Now, here's what I'm not saying. I'm not saying that, like, when it comes to things, this is not for certain items. Just going to leave it at that. This is for, like, "Oh, I need to change my eating habits. Oh, I need to change the way that I'm perceiving this career." Like things like that, not tangible gives, because I don't believe that you necessarily, God has to give you a tangible for your prayer to be answered. So I want to be clear about that. But have you prayed about it? Have you actually prayed about it? Now, notice I'm not telling you to just pray and do nothing. I've already told you what to do the last two, but but have you really prayed about it? Because that's really, really important on a journey. Whenever you're going through a massive change, you need to be grounded in faith. You need to be grounded in the one and only anchor, not human beings. You want to be grounded in God because he's the one he's unmovable, unchangeable, unshakable. And that way you're not derailed by everything that people are saying, right? Goes back to number one, which is we're not telling everybody what we're doing because people have opinions. And if you're swayed very easily, you can, get off track with that. Okay, the last thing you need to do in 2026 to make 2026 your year is you need to be okay with time. So, one thing that I tell my clients, and honestly, 12 weeks is really not enough, but a lot of times I'll say, okay, you need to commit to this for a year. If you have not implemented steadily things for a year, then you can't say it didn't work. I'll give you 6 months, especially as it relates to health and fitness, because oftentimes your body has an adjustment period where you're not going to just shed fat immediately. It's going to take some time for your body, for systems to gear up behind the scenes for you to lose weight. But if you haven't done something consistently for 6 months, patience and time and work, then you can't make this year your year. You have to be willing to have perseverance and persistence. People are not successful unless they have perseverance and persistence. That means when it doesn't seem like I'm making progress, am I still going to keep working? Most people are not willing to do that. They're not willing to work past the surface level view that nothing's changing. So as soon as they feel like they're not seeing results, they move on to the next thing. And we've all seen that, like that meme where the guy's like mining and he stops just before he sees the diamond. Yeah, sometimes you're mining that last, coal or whatever, for weeks, months, and then it shows up. A lot of people think success happens overnight. Success happens over years. It's just that finally when it hits, you were ready for it. You were prepped for it. So if you're not ready and willing to be patient and persevering, you won't be able to make 2026 your year. This is what it's going to take. So you need to, before January 1st, I'm totally okay with resolutions. I think they're good. Before January 1st, gear yourself up. Gird your loins, as they say, and say, okay, I am buckling in for a 6-month ride of perseverance and persistence. I'm not talking to anybody about this. I'm done gathering information. I'm going to just do what I know and I'm going to pray about it. And in June 1st, which is 6 months from January 1st, let's see where I am. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys.